welcome back to my channel Life is Good with Anuradha Vashisht, and today's episode is going to be so very special because today's episode is Dil Se Dil Tak. So today is going to be a heart-to-heart conversation between me and all of you, and this is a very special episode for me because I am going to answer a few questions about myself that my subscribers, my dear friends and my family asked about me. So a week or two back, I had been writing a post in my Instagram, my WhatsApp and my Twitter accounts that I would want to answer a few things about myself. It's a basic, little bit know me better kind of a session that I would like to do in my YouTube channel. And I had asked a question if any of my subscribers or friends or anybody who is viewing the post would like to ask me a few questions. Well, I saw a lot of you peeping in and peeking in to my post, but a few handful of y'all asked me a question. So I'm very much thankful for that. Thank you so much for responding to my question. And the question that they asked me was OMG kinds. So I've had a lot of good questions asked to me by all of you, which I would like to answer in this episode. So I have all my questions over here, and I shall do a lucky dip and answer the questions that all of you all have been asking me. So for all of you who are viewing this channel and this video and this episode, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell button and join into my YouTube family Life is Good with Anuradha Vashisht, so that this connection and this interaction is ever going and goes on for time to time. Okay, and for all those who have already subscribed to my channel, I love all of you and thank you so much for motivating me, supporting me and giving me a reason to make more videos. So let's now go ahead and go into the questions that have been asked to me. So let me start with the very first question that has been asked by, I don't know whose name is going to come up. I don't know what question. So let's see. Okay. Okay, the first question has been asked by Aditi, and she has asked me, what do you enjoy doing more, makeup or cooking? Thank you so much for your question, Aditi, and for all those who know me and all those who have been viewing my videos, you can see that I have quite a number of recipes that I've uploaded. So I really enjoy and I love to cook. It's very therapeutic for me. And because my family is such a foodie, my children, my husband, my sister, my brothers, they are such foodies that I really enjoy cooking for them, and by God's grace they turn out to be good dishes that they enjoy. So yes, I love to cook, and anybody who knows me, my friends, my family also knows that I love doing makeup. So there's a basic makeup that I always have on me, that is the lipstick. Okay, so whether I have got a hell lot of work, whether I'm going out or not, whether I'm sitting at home and cooking or looking after the children or cleaning the house, sweeping, mopping, whatever it is, you'll always find me with a lipstick. I always have my lipstick and kajal on. So yes, I love to cook with my makeup on. I hope that answers your question. So the next question I'm going to answer is again by, okay, this is by Joanna. Joanna, thank you so much for motivating me and supporting me and asking me the question. She has asked me my favorite or worst subjects in school, favorite and worst school trips, favorite or worst school rules, and favorite or worst memories of the school. So I have been studying in Kolkata in Loreto de Dharamtala School for girls, and my favorite subject was English and history. I loved them and I did quite well in that, My worst subject was maths. I still hate it. I'm bad at calculation. I cannot do calculation at all. I'm terrible in maths. Okay, my favorite or worst school trip. So worst, it's not been a worst school trip ever. Favorite has been a Shantiniketan trip that we took when we were in class 6. If my school friends are watching this will remember, when we were in class 6, we had gone to Shantiniketan with the entire school. That's from 6, 7, 8, I think till 9 with the teachers. We had a ball of a time. We had taken a bus, if I remember, bus journey to uh, we had taken a train. From train then we had taken a bus to the hotel, and we stayed there overnight for 2 days, and we had gone around Shantiniketan, the place. It was beautiful. We were in one room. There were about 4 or 5 of us in one room, and we had that late night chats, and we were giggling, laughing, scaring each other. We would be having our meals together, the lunch, the breakfast, the dinner. The teachers were also not the teacher kinds anymore. They were like friends to us. They were like enjoying, and we were enjoying looking at them decking up and moving around with us with gongs and everything. Oh, what a trip it was. It was the best. So the Shantiniketan trip that we undertook when we were in class 6. Next, she asks me your favorite or worst school rules. Okay, my favorite school rules would be I think it was like an inbound school rule for anybody who's studying in Loreto, was to respect each other a lot, and I think behavior and discipline was given a very big priority. So I really like the school rule where your moral character is enhanced and groomed. So I loved those rules about moral character. And the worst school rule was that we were not allowed to put our socks down. So we had these socks, if you remember, if you're going to school, we have these socks that go, white socks that go right up to the calf. And we were like in our youth, so we had just entered our teens, in class 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're like, you want to look smart and all that, and you want to put a bit of style onto yourself. So what style can you do? So we would put our socks down and fold it down just to make it look like an ankle length kind of a socks, and we were not allowed to do so. We would be punished and taken to the headmistress, to our principal, immediately to our school captain. I hated that rule. And favorite and worst memories would be, my favorite memory would be of when we would reach the school before the assembly ring would happen. There was this half an hour that we would get to interact and talk to each other. I think I loved those moments to the entire thing of going to school and meeting your friends. It was so exciting. I loved it. I looked forward to meet my friends, and the bus journey. I think it was very interesting. So worst memories, worst memories are maybe the fights or the misunderstanding, and when the principal calls you and says, you've done this, call your parents. Happens to, I think, most of us. Favorite memories would be the moments just before the assembly, where all of us would sit together and talk and just say good morning and be just happy to see each other. Those were the favorite memories. So thank you, Joanna, for your questions. I loved them, and I'll go on to my next. Okay, next question is again by Aditi, and Aditi is asking me, do you cook the methi saag before adding it to the atta for making parathas? No, you don't have to cook the methi saag before you add it onto the paratha. You just cut the methi saag and clean it and set it aside. And when you take the atta to make the paratha, take the atta, add some salt to it, some ajwain, some jeera, some salt, some lal mirch and everything, whatever masala you would want to put inside, and add the methi saag, and then you make the dough. You knead it, little bit of water and a little bit of oil. You make the dough a nice tight dough and make the paratha out of it. So thank you for your question, Aditi. I think it was very interesting. Okay, next question. Okay, next question is again by Aditi. Aditi, you're asking me too many questions. You asked me, where do you get those weird colored nail polish? Well, the weird colored, right now I'm wearing silver, so it's not weird, okay, but most of the colors that I wear are weird, and I get it from my sister. She gives it to me. I hope that answers your question. Okay, Next question is by... Now this is another dear friend of mine, Arundhati, and she has written, or she has questioned me, have you ever stalked people on the social media? To which one of my another friend I remember had written in Instagram that do not answer whether you have stalked, celebrities or well-known people. You have to answer it in an honest way. So I'm going to answer you honestly. Yes, I have. Who doesn't? Everybody does. We all want to know how miserable the people that we have discarded from our lives are feeling, aren't we? We're going to feel so happy about it. Yes, I have stalked a lot of people, generally people who I am not in talking terms with anymore, or I have cut them off or discarded from my lives just to feel good about how miserable they are without my presence in their life. I hope that answers your question, and thank you so much for this witty question, Arundhati. Okay, now next, Mitesh G has asked me a question, that is, what would be that topic that you would like to add in your YouTube channel? Thank you, Mitesh Ji, for your question, and I would love to work on my travelogues because of this COVID and pandemic conditions happening around. My entire travel has stopped. I usually would go out for at least twice a year. I would go out for my holidays with my children or with my family, and it has not been possible this year. So definitely I would like to add travelogues or vlogs where I'm going to show my travel episodes to my subscribers. I would definitely like to add that. So travelogue is something that I want to work on. Hopefully, maybe in another couple of months, we will get an answer to this COVID pandemic conditions, and maybe I'll be lucky to showcase a little bit of travel to all of you. Thank you so much for your question, Mitesh Ji. Next question is by somebody called Sania Chopra. Now, Sania is a friend of mine from Twitter, and she has asked me, what inspires you in life when the going gets rough? Thank you, Sania. Sania, this question is really something that makes me contemplate and introspect about myself. I am a very positive person. I really don't, very rarely do I get put down by things or obstacles in life. I like to think ahead. I like to bounce back in life. It's usually very difficult to, put me down, or when by that I mean it's very difficult for me to stick on to a negative situation and contemplate. I usually bounce back very quickly, and yes, when life gets rough, all that I can think of is one line, that this life is short. I may not see it tomorrow. So I like to live life to the fullest, and that keeps me get going during the time is rough. Thank you so much, Sania, for your question. I loved it, and I hope that you are satisfied with my answer. Okay, there are some more questions which I'm going to answer now. All the pink ones. Okay, I have a question from Nandini from Bangalore. Okay, Nandini Di, you have asked me, I am a mother. I too am a mother, and I can barely make time for myself. How do you manage to take care of your two daughters, housework, and still find the time for shooting, editing, and uploading? Wow. Thank you so much, Nanandi, for your question. It makes me feel so nice to know that there are people who are realizing that yes, it is a difficult job to make YouTube videos, especially for somebody who's got children or kid, or who has a household to run. And yes, it is difficult, and I too didn't have any time for myself. But I started this YouTube journey about 2 or 3 months back, where I had a few friends over on my birthday, and this is the lockdown period that was happening, and we were just talking about how, and because of I was into a lot of TikTok videos. I would be making those 15 seconds, 30 seconds, those song, dance, drama videos. I would be doing that, and Somebody asked me, why don't you start your YouTube channel, because you're like into so much into social media and everything. So I was like, yes, I do have a channel, but I don't upload videos. I would only do with quick videos that I can do for TikTok. I didn't take it seriously, but then after that, I did give it a thought, and when I started posting a few videos of mine, I got a little bit of a good reaction from the viewers. I got a few likes and motivating comments. So I was like, okay, let me see how I can go about it. I didn't know A to Z about YouTube. YouTube is not only just about, shooting a video and uploading. There is something called editing, and you need to shoot. Before shooting, there is a lot of work that happens. The light and the sound, which is I live right in front of the main roads. A lot of sounds coming in, or my children asking me, "Mama, give me this, give me that," or there's somebody who's ringing the bell. I have to open the door and answer them, or the housework that I have. But yes, there have been times that I've also shot a video in the middle of the night when everything is quiet, when I had a little bit of time to myself, I was not sleepy, when my children were sleeping, my work was done. There have been videos that I have shot even in the middle of the night from about 1:32, where there was no noise happening and I was sleepy. I have done that also, and I'm so glad that you have, this kind of makes me feel so appreciated, and this is very motivating for me. So yes, those are the times that I do when my children sleep, or when my children are busy watching a TV, or they have gone to somebody's house, or when I had a little time for myself, I quickly put on a little bit of makeup. I just get the lights right, and then just do a little bit of a shooting, then edit them later on maybe, and then post it. So yes, it's a difficult job, but if I have the support of my subscribers and my viewers, I know I can succeed in it. So yes, I do manage, and I appreciate this question a lot. Thank you so much, Nandini. Okay, next question is by, who's it? Okay, this question is again by Arundhati, and she has asked me, have you ever sent a gossip text to the wrong person? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. There has been a moment, or one of the times when there was something. Okay, I'm not going to mention names, obviously, and there has been it was a group, and somebody had written or posted something to which I wanted to respond sarcastically to somebody else in the group, and I thought I was sending that person a message personally, but it actually went to the group. And when I read, and within about a 1 or 2 second, I realized, I was like, oh my god, I need to delete it. So I quickly deleted the message. But you can understand whether somebody has seen your message or not. There is a way to do so in WhatsApp, and I checked, and I saw the only person who saw that message was the person whom I was trying to send that sarcastic message to about the other person who had posted something. And I saw a message coming from her, what the hell have you done? What are you doing? You're going to go into a controversy. I was like, holy shit. I was like, okay, not happening anymore. I was like, no, only you've seen it. I have checked it. Nobody else has. So that was quite a soup I was in, and thank God I escaped it. So yes, thank you so much for reminding me that foolishness. And I swear I checked my message twice, thrice, 4 times before I send it to anybody now. Okay, there are just 2 more messages left, to which I'm going to answer. BB Anonymous, and that person tells me, when will you have coffee with me? I love having coffee, but I can only have coffee if you provide me with your COVID report which says negative, then. Okay? Thank you so much for your question, and I hope you're happy with the answer. The next question this is the last question, and it is by a very dear person called Avantika. I love her so much, and she's from Bangalore, and she's asked me, what motivated you to start YouTube and how do you prepare for a shoot? Aww. So thank you so much, Avantika, for your question. What motivates me? I am a very social person. I like to interact with a lot of people generally. And from the time I quit my job, I was into events. I was working for an event management firm. From the time my children were born, I was looking out for doing something for myself, and especially for this lockdown and COVID and Corona situation, where everything is like, stay at home and work from home. I think I was like, okay, let me do a little bit of, if you have seen the message from Nandini of Bangalore. Also, Nandini had also written something like this kind of a question. I took it very playfully because I was like, okay, it must be very easy, just shoot and post it on YouTube, but it is not. It's a very difficult job, and a lot of conditions that you have to cater to before you can actually shoot a video. And how do you prepare for a shoot? Well, shooting for a video is first a topic, and the topic has to be something which is relatable to the current situation. And but my channel is all about what I like to do. So my channel is about recipes, about vlogs, about fashion, makeup, reviews, travelogues, or just information about products, so swatches. So my channel is a varied option where you can find a lot of things into it. And the preparation goes in terms of lighting. The light should be proper, and there shouldn't be much noise around you. But unfortunately, I live right across the street where there's a main road which is running outside my window, and there's a lot of noise you can get, but I cannot help it because the traffic is on. And you have to do a little bit, you have to be presentable, you have to look a little bit of nice for the camera. So, and of course what I do is I have this little bit of a diary, okay, and all my points are written here. Whichever topic I'm working on, I do a little bit of research on it and then start talking. It helps me to prepare my content. So I write it down, I see a little bit of Google, I Google it, I see in the internet how it is done about the thing that I want to shoot, and that's how I prepare for the shoot. And after shooting, I do the editing, and after editing, I upload it, where I get to see all of you writing your comments and liking it. So with that, I come to an end of this question answer session. Really feels nice to answer your questions. Some of your questions were like so amazing. So thank you for it. All of your questions. It's somewhere these questions have been witty, and most of them have been very contemplating. I have reflected a lot upon them, and it has motivated me to even work more hard for my content and shoot videos for you all. So if all of y'all have liked this video of mine, do give it your likes and do subscribe to my channel. It is free. There is this red box where subscribe is written. Just hit the bell button on it, and you can be a part of my journey, and a little bit of this help will motivate me into making more such fun videos for you and for myself. So till I see you in my next video, take care of yourself, stay well, stay healthy, and I love you all. Bye bye.